Welcome to Qatar, or maybe that's what I was saying here. Of course, the little mic that you see there was not working. My daughter was throwing sand at me, which she thought was hilarious. Hilarious! Plenty of sand in Qatar, I tell you. We're actually about 5 kilometers here from the Saudi Arabian border, and we got to within half a kilometer. More sand in my hair. She just loved it. It was a really cool day out here, actually. It was about 72 degrees. Um, Nice and cool. There's a little dune buggy. This is us kind of headed out to the desert. Um, we actually started in Doha at Sharq Village, and we drove about 30 minutes to get out to the desert out here. Little camel action. Man, getting up on a camel is a weird feeling. The family experienced it for the first time here. Then we went out to do this thing that they call Dune Bashing, which is similar to what we did in Oman, except here I think the dunes were a little bigger and it was sandier because it had just rained previously. You can see we had kind of a caravan of these guys. I mean, I don't know if that really captures how extreme it was. You hear the screaming.
That's crazy. Someone's like,
Oh my god.
Well, that was one of the times the audio happened to work. It's just random. It seems to not work most of the time. We ran down this thing full speed. It was super fun. It's really fun because you can fall and not get hurt or anything. But getting up this thing was a son of a gun. I'm not going to lie to you. We were tired Bedouins at the end of that thing. We went sliding down all kinds of different mountains and had a great time. They love the desert. The kids love it. This is right along the water here. Isn't it beautiful? A few fishermen. This is where we're really close to the Saudi Arabian border. We had a great time. Everyone was really nice. This is getting back to the Sharq Village. This is one of the 2 Ritz-Carltons that's there in Doha. This is outside of the spa. I went in here on a few different spa treatments. I got a hammam. It was my 3rd hammam. I had 2 in Morocco. This is my 3rd one. It was Tina's first one. And if you've never had one, you should definitely try it. It's quite an experience. Basically, someone is sitting there showering you for about an hour and a half and scrubbing all your skin off, every layer, in fact. This is back at the ranch. Went to have a breakfast. I shared my philosophy with my daughters that at these buffets, and I do the same thing on the plane, is I just never get any bread because it's just a slippery slope. Now, this is the opposite of what my daughter, she wanted a waffle here, and Tina took the display waffle. I said, that's not an actual waffle. That is a display waffle. You see, they make you waffles and bring it. Here's Maria from Colombia, one of the great members, one of the great ladies that helped us out there at the Ritz-Carlton. This is the beach. You can see the city off in the distance. It's really pretty at night, too. Then another camel named Jamila. Tina and the girls, and especially Isabella, just loved Jamila. Isabella's friend to all animals, so she went to go visit Jamila like 5 or 6 times. And it was really funny, too, because every time Isabella tried to leave, Jamila would like grab her with her neck so she wouldn't leave. And then we had this incredible cooking class. It was I thought it was going to be a little light endeavor, but it turned out to be this 2-hour affair. It was great. 4-course meal. That was our chef there. His name was Evangelos Liakouris. I think I said that wrong. He's Greek. I thought he kind of looked like a Greek Vic Gundotra. Really nice guy. I like Vic, too. We made a Greek salad, kind of a unique kind of Greek salad. And it was great because it was really hands-on, and we got the girls really close to boiling oil. Kind of neat because they put the feta cheese like on a bed of kind of a creamy bed on the bottom of the Greek salad. And then we kind of had this truffly dirt he would put on top because he wanted it to look like it was a garden, like it's coming right out of a garden. He's quite an artist, this guy. I liked him. Then we had some grilled chicken with these really good sauce on there. Girls got really into it, as you can see. They were engaged the whole time. That's our butler there. His name was Milan. He's Serbian. He was always there to help us out. Really nice guy. Now it's time for the Deconstructed Black Forest Cake. So it started with icing on the bottom when the girls went crazy with the icing. And then they baked a full chocolate cake and then tore it all up and then dropped it up on top. Thus the deconstruction. And I got to be sunset, went out to take pictures as usual. I edited this out of order. I'm having to edit these together myself, by the way, because my thing is broken. I hope to get it fixed soon. Then we started to drive through Doha. This is what it looks like, kind of out the window. All these beautiful buildings. I'm going to come back and photograph more. Then we went over to the other Ritz-Carlton for dinner. This Italian restaurant called Porcini. And once again, the kids are on cooking duty. They go in there to make some pizzas. They love it. You know, you can't go wrong with kids making pizza. There's Scarlett always posing and having a good time. Really nice chef here too. Amazing food. It's one of those things again where we say like we're going to try to eat light. Then they just kept bringing more and more and more food. And this is chef teaching Isabella how to turn the pizza. You kind of lean it to one side, all right, because there's a fire on one side, because it's hotter on the right side. You kind of get a little friction there, then you pull it slowly towards you. That's how you turn the pizza. And we cut everything. That's an eggplant one. They know I like eggplant, so they made me a special eggplant pizza, which was nice. And notice we don't let Scarlett have any sharp objects. It's good policy. So this is one night we went to the souk. That night went to the souk, and I forgot my Osmo for whatever reason. I think I just had a lot of pent-up aggression because it wasn't working right. Now, this is the kind of pet section where they sell all kinds of birds and cats, and dogs and bunnies. We saw this really cool dance happening. And so I used my A7R Mark II to capture all this. I kind of held it up on my tripod. And I thought, oh, this could be pretty steady. You know, I was walking around, holding in, and kind of using my arms and shoulders to gimbal. But you can see it's just a disaster. It's not Steadicam at all. Kind of makes me appreciate that Osmo. We're going to try to get it fixed. Here's a couple kids playing some kind of game inside of there. I don't know what it is. It's not quite checkers and not quite Go. Maybe someone from a very clever audience will know what game that is. Anyway, this is super shaky, but you might get a sense of what this, what the souk is like. I could walk around in there for hours. Here there was some kind of dust up with a macaw. I don't know what was happening. We got out of there. Trying to find our restaurant. Got really confusing back in there. We all kind of chained together. And then we finally found it. Look at this place. This is called Pariza. It's an Iranian restaurant, and they had tons of artists from Iran come in for 3 years to build this place. All these tiles and mirrored mosaics. The food was great. Here's some of the management team there. They were really nice. Once again, eating a massive amount of food. You know, you try to eat light, and they just keep bringing you more and more. You're like, all right, I'm all in. This is an older part of Doha. See those perches there on the left? That's where the falcons would perch. Falcon is the national bird of Doha. Some of these guys, they spend like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars on their falcons. Okay, and then finally, this is us driving back home. This is what it looks like at night. It's kind of just a little amuse-bouche, really. And it's hard to explain how these buildings, they change color. They've all got LEDs. Next time I come back Doha, I promise I will just like meander around this area for hours. You know, I'm still kind of in family mode on this trip, so I'm not in full-on photo mode. But normally I'd be walking around here till 3 a.m. Taking photos. And Doha, I feel like I hardly knew ye. We came back here for a little midnight swim at home, and then the next morning I was off to the airport extra early to get my confiscated quadcopter. But more on that tomorrow.